Well, we're about to head to Middle Earth as we celebrate the 20th anniversary of The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2001 epic fantasy adventure flick, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, released by New Line Cinema, directed by Peter Jackson, based on the 1954 novel of the same name from J.R.R. Tolkien, featuring an all-star cast that includes Elijah Wood, Sir Ian McKellen, Liv Tyler, Viggo Mortensen, Sean Astin, Cate Blanchett, John Rhys Davies, Billy Boyd, Dominic Monaghan, Orlando Bloom, Christopher Lee, Hugo Weaving, Sean Bean, Ian Holm, and Andy Serkis. Of course, it's set in Middle-earth and tells the story of the Dark Lord Sauron, who seeks the One Ring which contains part of his soul in order to return to power. The ring has found its way to the young hobbit known as Frodo Baggins. The fate of Middle-earth hangs in the balance as Frodo and 8 companions who form the Fellowship of the Ring begin their journey to Mount Doom in the land of Mordor, the only place where the ring can be destroyed. This film celebrating its 20th anniversary today, my friends. It was 20 years ago on this day, December 19th, when it came out. So if you're ready, let's get into the story. In the Second Age of Middle-earth, the lords of elves, dwarves, and men are given rings of power. Unbeknownst to them, the Dark Lord Sauron forges the One Ring in Mount Doom, instilling it into a great part of his power in order to dominate the other rings so he might conquer Middle-earth. A final alliance of men and elves battles Sauron's forces in Mordor. Isildur of Gondor severs Sauron's finger and the ring with it, thereby vanquishing Sauron and returning him to spirit form. With Sauron's first defeat, the Third Age of Middle-earth begins. The ring's influence corrupts Isildur, who takes it for himself and is later killed by orcs. The ring is lost in a river for 2,500 years until it is found by Gollum, who owns it for over 4.5 centuries. The ring abandons Gollum and is subsequently found by a hobbit named Bilbo Baggins, who is unaware of its history. 60 years later, Bilbo celebrates his 111th birthday in the Shire, reuniting with his old friend, the wizard Gandalf the Grey. Bilbo reveals that he intends to leave the Shire for one last adventure, and he leaves his inheritance, including the ring, to his nephew Frodo. Gandalf investigates the ring, discovers its true nature, and learns that Gollum was captured and tortured by Sauron's orcs, revealing 2 words during his interrogation: Shire and Baggins. Gandalf returns and warns Frodo to leave the Shire. As Frodo departs with his friend Gardener Samwise Gamgee, Gandalf rides to Isengard to meet with the wizard Saruman, but discovers his alliance with Sauron, who has dispatched his 9 undead Nazgul servants to find Frodo. Frodo and Sam are joined by fellow hobbits Merry and Pippin, and they evade the Nazgul before arriving in Bree, where they are meant to meet Gandalf. However, Gandalf never arrives, having been taken prisoner by Saruman. The hobbits are then aided by a ranger named Strider, who promises to escort them to Rivendell. However, they are ambushed by the Nazgul on Weir Top, and their leader, the Witch King, stabs Frodo with a Morgul blade. Arwen, an elf and Strider's beloved, locates Strider and rescues Frodo, summoning floodwaters that sweep the Nazgul away. She takes him to Rivendell, where he is healed by the elves. Frodo meets with Gandalf, who escaped Isengard on a great eagle. That night, Strider reunites with Arwen, and they affirm their love for each other. Facing the threat of both Sauron and Saruman, Arwen's father, Lord Elrond, decides against keeping the ring in Rivendell. He holds a council of elves, men, and dwarves, also attended by Frodo and Gandalf, that decides the ring must be destroyed in the fires of Mount Doom. Frodo volunteers to take the ring, accompanied by Gandalf, Sam, Merry, Pippin, Elf, Legolas, Dwarf Gimli, Boromir of Gondor, and Strider, who is actually Aragorn, Isildur's heir and the rightful king of Gondor. Bilbo, now living in Rivendell, gives Frodo his sword Sting and a chainmail shirt made of mithril. Now for the final act and ending. You know the procedure like always. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below to avoid the ending spoilers. If you've seen the movie already, please continue on after the 5 seconds are over with. Thank you, and here we go. Okay, you've been warned. The Fellowship of the Ring sets off over the mountain Caradaris. But Saruman summons a storm that forces him to travel through the mines of Moria. After finding the dwarves of Moria dead, the Fellowship is attacked by orcs and a cave troll. They hold them off, are confronted by Durin's Bane, a Balrog residing within the mines. While the others escape, Gandalf fends off the Balrog and casts it into a vast chasm, but the Balrog drags Gandalf down into the darkness with him. The devastated Fellowship reaches Lothlorien, ruled by the Elf Queen Galadriel, who privately informs Frodo that only he can complete the quest, and that one of his friends in the Fellowship will try to take the ring. Meanwhile, Saruman creates an army of Uruk-hai in Isengard to find and kill the Fellowship. The Fellowship travels by river to Part Gallant. Frodo wanders off and is confronted by Boromir, who tries to take the ring as Lady Galadriel had predicted. Uruk-hai scouts then ambush the Fellowship, mortally wounding Boromir as he fails to stop them from taking Merry and Pippin as prisoners. Aragorn arrives and comforts Boromir as he dies, promising to help the people of Gondor in the coming conflict. Fearing the ring will corrupt his friends, Frodo decides to travel to Mordor alone, but allows Sam to come along, recalling his promise to Gandalf to look after him. As Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli set out to rescue Merry and Pippin, Frodo and Sam make their way down the mountain pass of Emyn journeying on to Mordor. End of story, excuse me. So what did I think of the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring? Well, although it's been a long time since I last saw this in its two follow-ups, this film was still pretty epic and exciting. Well, I may never have read the books, but I do know this film was so incredible. I mean, I would have gotten to like this film franchise even after I was introduced to Harry Potter, which this came out a month after Harry Potter had just come out. Anyway, the film was so big, well received by critics and fans alike, and was considered to be a landmark in filmmaking and an achievement in the fantasy film genre. Received praise for just about everything: visual effects, performances, Peter Jackson's direction, screenplay, and faithfulness to the source material, which I'm saying that's definitely agreeable. It went on to become the second highest grossing film of 2001, right behind Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Anyway, the film went on to make $897 million overall following subsequent reissues, as it has come to this amount to this very year. Anyway, like its successors, it is widely regarded as one of the greatest and most influential films ever made. It received numerous accolades, including various nominations at the 74th Annual Academy Awards, where it won Best Cinematography, Best Makeup, Best Original Score, and Best Visual Effects. It was also nominated for Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Supporting Actor for McKellen, Best Art Direction, Best Costume Design, Best Sound, Best Film Editing, Best Original Song for the song May It Be, and Best picture, which unfortunately went to Ron Howard's A Beautiful Mind. Oh well. Anyway, the film is just, again, just so epic, exciting, incredible. Yeah. With a great cast that includes Elijah Woods as Frodo, Sir Ian McKellen as Gandalf, Viggo Mortensen as Strider, aka Aragorn, Sean Astin as Gamgee, Sean Bean as Boromir, Billy Boyd as Peregrine, Dominic Monaghan as Meriadoc. I'd say that's also Mary for short, yes. Of course, Peregrine, better known as Pippin. John Rhys Davies plays Gimli. Orlando Bloom plays Legolas Greenleaf, Prince of Elves, and a skilled archer. Liv Tyler plays Arwen. Kate Blanchett plays Galadriel. Christopher Lee plays Saruman. Hugo Weaving plays Elrond. And Ian Holm plays Bilbo Baggins. Andy Serkis provides the voice and motion capture for Gollum, which we'd see more of him later on in the series. I love the performances from everyone, so that was really good too. The score for this was done by Howard Shore, and that was really good too. So anyway, the film is just so epic and exciting. Sorry for sounding like a broken record every time, but this film was definitely a good one. I do have some respect for it. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I will watch it if I can one day. There was also an extended cut which came out the following year, but I have yet to see the extended cuts of any of those three films. I might one day if I happen to encounter them. But anyway, with all that said, with a great story, a great cast, great direction, etc., 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 would I recommend The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring? The answer is hell yeah. This is a good flick you need to check out. If you're into The Lord of the Rings, or if you're just into those stories of Middle Earth, or I don't know what have you, then this would be right up your alley. So anyway, that'll do it, and rest assured I will review the rest of the Lord of the Rings trilogy later on down the road, and I'll also review the Hobbit films as well later on as well. So anyway, what are your thoughts on The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring? Please tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you another anniversary review, and it'll be Beavis and Butthead Do America, which turns 25. So thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to consider checking out my reviews for these other films based on books. In the upper left-hand corner is my playlist for all of the Harry Potter films, which I reviewed last month, or go to the upper right-hand corner and see my review for another book-based film, which is kind of creepy in ways, and that being Goosebumps. Or if you want something different, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my recent spoiler-free review of the brand new Spider-Man No Way Home, now playing in theaters, which is now, in my opinion, the best Spider-Man movie yet. And the bottom right hand corner is a button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.